bring Faf du Plessis in, mate. Yeah, Faf du Plessis just got 100 and pretty good form, Bernie.
Well, folks, from 26 teams, we are down to 12 who will be playing this weekend. We know six who have got one hand on the glory, on the cup, and we've got another 12 teams that are trying to get their hand on the other end of the cup. Welcome to the Pavilion Appeal Cricket Show, which, as it has been throughout the season, is proudly brought to you by, RETRAVISION. I do that every week. RETRAVISION. You'd be mad to go anywhere else to get your electrical goods, your white goods, and everything in between. 60-day price guarantee. So basically, the price you get it at, you will not find a better price for 60 days, guaranteed. Plus, and probably as important as anything else, they actually know what they're talking about. So you can go in there and ask a real question about a real product, and they know what they're talking about. They're not just some pimply-faced little kid who's there making some money on a Saturday. These people know exactly what they're talking about. So get into RETRAVISION. You'd be mad not to go there. EVERLAST Sports Drinks, okay? It is finals time. It is the most important time of the season. If you're not having this stuff to help you rehydrate and prepare for the matches that you are participating in, you are absolutely mad in your head. So make sure you get that EVERLAST Sports Drink. Get those EVERLAST Sports Drinks in, and the place to get them is through. Yep, that I was right. ESA Sport. ESA Sport. Make your sporting moments memorable. They are good for apparel, coaching, that EVERLAST stuff, and everything in between. Anything sporting. If you need a hand, if you need any sort of advice, have a chat to Johnny Sanders. His number, his email, number up there. Okay, you've got no excuse. Even start thinking about next season. What can you do with the EVERLAST and get them in the fridge, and what are your profit margins like, and all that sort of stuff. The more forward planning you do, the better prepared you are. My name is Orazio Santalucia. I have been here all season. We've only got 2 weeks left. That means 2 shows, including this one. And that'll be all yibbity-yibbita. But what a season. And the semi-final round did throw up some doozies, no doubt. Some results that probably shocked and horrified and made a lot of people happy and a lot of people sad. The beauty, though, if you finish top 2, is you got the second chance, and there's a lot of teams that are making the most out of that, no doubt. It's not about how you get there, it's about what you do when you are there. So if you're getting in via the preliminary final because you've lost the first semi-final, it really doesn't matter. So it's just a matter of what you do when you get there. What are you doing now, today? And that's what it's all about. So we're just going to go through the rounds games. And also another highlight of the weekend was Sunday, 9 o'clock. The game started. The ladies, Beyond Bank T20 Ladies Grand Final between South Mandurah and Halls Head. Congratulations to the South Mandurah Falcons for taking away the Beyond Bank Cup. Strong performance by the ladies there, and just seeing all the pictures and all the write-ups and all that sort of stuff, a super pumped club. Have had their issues off the ground, no doubt, as well as on, but to be able to back in the ladies and to be able to win a little bit of silverware is always fantastic. Kudos to everyone involved in any of the ladies' teams, because I know they do it tough. Playing Sunday morning, we have those traditional roles reversed where sometimes it is the wife or partner that happens to support the male partner in but whichever way at the club. But the roles are reversed, and that's fantastic to see. So for everyone that's been involved this season, on and off the ground, absolutely well done. It's great to see that really pick up momentum. I know for a fact, talking to every club that now has a ladies team, they can't speak highly enough of how the club has changed for the positive, like in a massive way. The diversity it brings in, the energy, it just brings so much more to your club. Just opening up your club and making it bigger and stronger. It enables more people to stay as part of the community, and you're more a part of the community. So well done everyone involved. Can only see this growing, and I'm pretty confident that we'll probably see a hardball competition progress out of this, as well as the social game continuing, because it's very, very important that, hey, we play cricket because we enjoy it. We're part of this game because we enjoy it. The competitive side of it is an important part, no doubt, but you take the enjoyment out of it, then what's the point? This is, it's community cricket, and that's what we're here for. We're here to have fun and enjoy ourselves through the medium of cricket, or cricket, whatever you want to call it. As I speak, Australia are doing a bit of a demolition job on Pakistan. They went from boiled lollies to, top of the range chocolates. They were pretty poor in the first test, I thought. I'd be interested to see what your thoughts were. Yep, the pitch was flat as a flat thing, no doubt, but our much hyped bowling lineup took about 4 wickets for the whole test. That's pathetic. And it just highlights they're maybe just lacking in a bit of skill. Yep, they can bowl fast. Yep, they can bowl short and all that stuff. But Pakistan were able to bowl us out. So you got to just ask a few questions there. But anyway, that's a chat for another day. And we're a week on from, what was a fair shock to the system. And I'm not sure how we've all moved on. The ramifications of such a great man, two great men passing, two huge bastions of this game, and have had a massive role in a lot of our lives here in WA. Rod Marsh for the older guys, WA through and through, Australia through and through, 70s and early 80s, just a huge part of cricket. And for SK Warren come in, like a lightning bolt in 1993, and just took over our lives for 30 odd years, and just to suddenly go like that. So if anything we've learnt, anything there, please, and I know most of the people listening here are male, for crying out loud, look after yourself. Diet, lifestyle, all that sort of stuff. Life's too short. Don't take anything for granted. So, from what I understand, a lot of guys have gone to the doctors to get checkups all of a sudden. Heart checkups and all that sort of stuff. So, look, please don't be stupid. Don't be silly. If you're not feeling great, just go and get yourself sorted. If you reckon that you can, lose a few kgs. Look, I'm the perfect example here. I've lost about 52, 54 kilos over the last 8 months or so. Probably closer to 10 months. And, it's changed my life. So there's a challenge for there anywhere. And if anyone wants to have a chat about it, please feel free. And on saying that as well, times are tough for some people and all that sort of stuff. So I've said it a few times throughout the season. Just make sure you look left, you look right, look up, and look after everyone out there. I think it's important that we all do. And, we will move on. So that is the intro, the Pavilion, the Peel Cricket Show. We are in preliminary final week. This is serious stuff now. Shit has got serious. The Pavilion, the Peel Cricket Show, RETRAVISION, amazing supporters. EVERLAST Sports Drinks have been there the whole way. And so have ESA Sports. We'll be back after this. Welcome back, everyone. The Pavilion, the Peel Cricket Show. You know who's backing us. You can't not see what's happening here. We're back with match results, and we'll do it off my cricket. So like I said, 26 teams started out the weekend. And that includes the women's team. So it's 26 teams started the weekend thinking, hey, we're a chance here. You know, we're in this. And there's 12 remaining because 6 of them have already gone through to the big dance. So we'll start with A grade, the 2 semi-finals there. So the first semi-final, the clash of the Titans, Waruna, Hall's Head, the 2 top teams. The ladder doesn't lie, does it? I'm a strong believer in that. You know, people can say what they want, but at the end of the day, you've all played each other once or twice, and the ladder is the ladder. And the 2 top teams, Waruna and Hall's Head, are there for a reason because they've won more than anyone else. And in a game that I thought was going to be a lot closer, if we are only going by the only time they've played each other to the max, which was the early season, which was a tie. Just remember that one, a tie. We've got a little bit more to talk about that a bit later on. Some of you guys seriously need to work something out. But anyway, this game, Waruna, Hall's Head. At Waruna, so as you do in finals, you win the toss, you bat, don't you? You put runs on the board. Finals brings out some stupid stuff, some silly stuff, runs on the board. Even if you bowled out for 80, you're always a chance to win because finals play mad things with your head. Anyway, Hall's Head batted first, went out there and did what they've done nearly all season. They have batted like machines. And 5 for 216 they put on. And that was made up by Timmy Miles back in this week. Opened the batting. 50, and skipper Josh Rudge, who, like I've said throughout, has found form right at the end of the season at the right time. He got 67. They put on 111 for the first wicket. That's huge, huge in a final, and really set the scene. Our man Jack Manuel, just went out there and continued doing what he does. Brought up his 800th run for the 800 runs of A-grade cricket at 47.65. It hasn't made 100 either. So very consistent to get to that sort of level. He got 55. And then a few little contributions towards the end there. And at the end of the 50 overs, 5 for 216. I've probably said it a number of times throughout this season, and this is a big belief of mine. In club cricket, you make over 200 runs, you're an 80% chance to win. And that's exactly what Hall's Head did. They went out there and bowled like demons. The batting trilogy at Waruna, which is Rep, DeRosa and Wright, for once they all failed. They only got 30 runs between them. And at 3 for 33 when Benny Wright was out, the writing was on the wall, really. Brandon Burt was probably the only one left that's probably going to really do any sort of damage. He got out for 11, and it was only Nick Milligan who got 41 that really showed any real fight, unfortunately. And we're in a all out for 120. And the main destroyer there was Chris Phelps with 4 wickets, 4 for 18, 5, and the rest were all shared around the Hall's Head bowling lineup. So fantastic team effort there by Hall's Head, and probably shows why they are. If there was any betting on local cricket, they would have been the bookies' favourites going into that. Even though Waruna are the minor premiers, and that's taking nothing away. And they're still in this up to here. Obviously, they get the second chance this week. So, Hall's Head, week off. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, to be fair. As a batter, you'd probably be thinking, I just want to keep batting, especially now, like you probably just want the season done. So, like, who knows? But if any of them have got any niggling injuries or whatever, they can just rest up. You know, they don't have to do too much. I mean, you're not going to make any real big difference in training at this time of the season. So you're just going to do what you need to do to get over the line. Having played in a fair few sort of grand finals and final series myself, I know that they're normally pretty lax. Not lax, but they're relaxed. You try to relax as much as you can because, you know, there's going to be enough nervous energy going around as there is. So you just want to just relax, do what you need to do, hit as many balls as you want. Just tick the legs over. Bowlers just do what they need to do, and then that's it. Get inside and get around each other. So I think the teams that that are closer, more bonded, are the ones that are going to get through. So well done, Horsehead, for getting through to the big dance. And we look forward to this week's prelim final, because that'll be Waroona, and they'll be playing Warnbro. Now, Warnbro are the ones. They've been flying on the inside rail here, if you're going to take a racing analogy here. They're probably the form team in the comp, end of the day, because they have just continued to win, and they've done it well. So Warnbro, they knocked out the champs, the current title holders in Singleton and Winians, who probably just ran out of steam at the back end of the year. They started well, started solidly, but just very difficult to get anything close to a consistent team out week in, week out, and it just makes it hard. It's a good competition. It's a tough competition, the Wyllie Cup, A grade, and it just makes it really, really tough when you can't get your best team out over and over again. And even as a player, if you're sort of playing one week and not playing the next and all that sort of stuff, it is hard to find form and consistency. So Warnbro won the toss, batted first out at Curry Street, and it looked like it must have been a bit of a tough wicket. They were 8 for 151 at the end of their 50 overs, and that was spread around. Kane Standing did a big job, 36 off 72, and really held it all together with Nathan Wakefield, who got 27. A few little bits and bobs around the place. Bowling-wise, the spin twins, Boyd and Hutchison, 3 for, 37 off 20 between them. Just stock standard for those two. Did a really, really good job there. Josh Senior, 2 for 19, and Bryce Evans, 2 for 36 as well. So as a bowling unit, you're thinking, right, we've kept them to 151. Yep, that's okay. But again, I wasn't there. We're not allowed to be there, so I don't know. But just going by the scores and presuming it was a bit of a tough pitch. And in reply, Singleton were only able to get 92. Josh Senior, who's had a pretty good season with bat and ball, he got 30, and Hutchie just did a Hutchie, 31 off 73 balls, not out, but didn't have many friends there. 4 ducks, a 2, a 5, a 4, a 1, a 6. It's not going to win. Just not going to win your finals. And they lost wickets in big clumps. So they were 1 for 20, 2 for 21. So they lost 2 for 1 there. Then 3 for 59, 4 for 61, 5 for 63. So again, 3 for 4. And then 6 for 73, 7 for 73, 2 for none, 8 for 86. So you just can't win there. The bowling, the damage. Mitch Cowan, who's had a fantastic back end of the season, in particular in A grade. I mean, he had a really good start in Bs and then found his way up in A grade and just continued his form. So well done. He got 4 for 31. And the main man, he might not have got many with the bat, but you can't keep him out of the game. Dane Ugle, 4 for 18 with the ball. So his season is phenomenal. 791 runs at 56.5, and he's taken 32 poles at 9.72. Yeah, not bad. So what does that mean? That means Singleton are out. They are not the title holders no more. They've given up that right. Warnbro have moved into the preliminary final, and they will take on Waroona at Waroona this Saturday. That will be an absolute humdinger. Nothing to leave behind there. Warnbro got everything to play for. Waroona, finished top. They'd be expected to get through to the final on their home deck. It's going to be one hell of a game. If ever we wanted frog box at every game, that'd be the one. You really love to be able to go there, but not allowed to. Only the match officials and players are allowed to be at the game. So, yeah, look, I can't. I got no idea. I'm not going to call anything there. All I know is I reckon it'll go down to the wire. I can't see any team taking it by a mile. I think it'll be a really, really close game. I think it'll be a close game all the way through. I think the grand final will be a close game. Last season showed that, didn't it? The prelim and the grand final, they were silly games. They were that close. So, look, good luck to both teams there. You're there because you deserve to be there. And Hallshead will be watching and just trying to work out their best process, their best method against whoever it is that gets through. So good luck to them. Let's go through to B Grade McIntosh Cup. So the first semi, Hillman versus Shoalwater, and it was Shoalwater who had a huge second half. I mean, huge second half of the season. Stormed home to second, and they've knocked off the minor premiers. So the minor premiers in both A and B are going to have to do it the hard way to get through to the big dance. So Shoalwater chased down 154. Hillman batted first, 154. A few 20s along the way, not really going to do it. Probably never enough, and the bowling's shared around. Coles and Cassidy 3 each, and Unaway and Pacey 2 each there. So really good, strong bowling performance there. And then with the bat, well, who do you reckon got runs for Shoalwater? Gravett, yep, the man Gravett again, Paul Gravett, he got another 50. 50 on the dot, and that means he's on 743 for the season at 74.3, if you don't mind. And Dale Norman got 59 not out, and he's now, if you don't, he's got 421 runs. That's a decent solid season, but they chased it down 2 down, did it quite easily with 26 overs left to go. So Shoalwater Bay are through to the grand final, the McIntosh Cup, and they'll be seeing who will they'll play, because Hillman will be taking on North Baldivis. So that's going to be a humdinger as well. North Baldivis, 2 for 171, defeated White Knights Baldivis in the Battle of the Baldives, as I like to call it, the Battle of the Baldives. Did it by 8 wickets and did it quite easily. White Knights 170, not too bad, you'd think, bowled out. So left a few out there, over and a bit left. So Hayden Kahir is the top scorer there with 42, and then we've got a couple of 20 odds. Matt Jordan, who's been the bowling destroyer, he got 27 knots, and Vish Verma got 23. And with the ball, skipper for the Bulls, Kieran Anderson, got 4 for 26 to lead the way there. So 170, 171 to win, and the Bulls did it easy. Stephen Burgess, up to 675 runs for the season with an 81 knot. He was supported by Rob Verza. He's up to 457 runs with his 55. They put on 135 for the first wicket. That kills you there. So that's done and dusted. And ended up being quite an easy win with 8 overs left to spare. So the Bulls, who probably crawled into the finals at the end, they hit a bit of a rough patch, but they got something near their early season form. And the two teams who thought might be the ones battling out for the grand final are in the prelim this week. Hillman versus North Baldivis. That will be at Lark Hill. So I believe, that's going to be fantastic. So to play there, mind you, I think they played there this week, didn't they? Yeah, so both of the semi-finals are at Lark Hill this week, just gone, and they get to play there again. So that's a fair treat, I think, for everyone involved. So good luck to the two teams there, North Baldivis and Hillman. May the best team win, and Shoalwater will be watching and working out how they're going to continue their form. So that's going to be a tight one there. C grade. In the first semi-final, we had South Mandurah and White Knights Baldivis at Falcon Reserve, and it was the Knighters that got through. 174 all out. South Mandurah didn't quite get there. They were 155 all out. So in White Knights 174, we had young Liam Betley. He's had a good season, the young kid. He's up to 300 odd runs. He got 43 opening the batting. And I know he's been a bit of a project player for the White Knights through their academy program. And they've backed him in to be an opener, and to get 43 in a final for a young man is really well done. So good stuff there. And they had a 31 from Rob Kinnear as the main contributors. 174, not too bad. Bowling wise shared around by the South Mandurah Falcons. And in reply, well, who else got runs for them? It was Craig Curtis. Again, he's had a wicked season. 12 hits. He's had 12 hits this season for 732 runs. Ridiculous. At 66.5. He got 69. But unfortunately didn't have many friends. The run machine over the last few weeks, Jaden Bryan, he got a duck, and that's going to hurt. No one else really got any, and they were all out for 155. Wickets there, Mills. So Adrian Mills got 3, and Matthew White took 3 for White Knights Baldivis. So White Knights Baldivis are through to the big dance. South Mandurah through to the prelim this week, and they will face that mob, Shoalwater Bay. Shoalwater Bay, 8 for 156. More than enough to beat North Baldivis, who are all out for 105. So Shoalwater 156. Premarathna with 50. And we had Bradley Smith with 33. And that's about it, really, in the 156. 40 extras, North Baldivis. What the hell is going on there? 30 wides. There's the game. That's the game. That's 30 wides. Who knows how many extra balls that was? It's not going to be 30 because there could have been runs and all that sort of stuff. So they probably bowled an extra 4 overs, you know. Yeah, you just can't win from there. And batting-wise, our man Vikas, 31, he finishes with 723 runs for the season at 55 and a half and 22 poles. He's had a pretty good season, the man. And Chris Howarth, 23 not, and that's about it in 105 all out. With the seed, we had 3 guys take 3 each, and that was Mitchell Croxon, Brent Hayes, and Michael Reeder taking 3 wickets apiece. So, what does that mean? That means South Mandurah take on Shoalwater Bay at Falcon Reserve this Saturday to get through to the big dance against White Knights Baldivis. So, good luck to everyone there. Wyllie Cup, D Grade. We saw the team that was flying high most of the season. That's Hall's Head, the minor premiers. They got through convincingly. Got 22 runs. They were bowled out for 134. 28 by Pocklington was the highest score there. Andrew Pocklington. No one else really got amongst it. So 134 with about 5 overs remaining. So they're thinking might not be enough. Wickets wise, 2 each to Cairns, Foster and Wakefield. And in reply, Warnborough could only get 112. Thomas 28 and Gordon 22 and Stamp 21. They're the only double figures. The rest single figures. Bowled out in the 35th over and shared around Little. So Corbin Little got 3. Melinga got 2 and Alec Smith another 3. He's had a pretty good run the back end of the season. 20 wickets. So he's had a real good run at the back end. So that basically means that Hall's Head, the minor premiers, are through to the grand final. Warnborough through to the prelim, and they will be facing White Knights Baldivis, who made a bit of a mess of Hillman. Hillman all out 54. They don't want to know about that. Wickets shared around. Duggan with 3. 2 to Hill, 2 to Graham, 2 to Swanepoel. And White Knights chased it down. None down. Vish Patel, 27 not. And Dave Brewer, 19 not. They did that in 23 overs. So they had plenty of time. Not much else to say in that game other than we know White Knights and Warnborough playing at Curry Street on the hard wicket out there for the opportunity to play in the D Grade Grand Final the next week against Hall's Head. So good luck to everyone there. We're through to E Grade. Now remember I said earlier about the tie and talking about Waroona and Hall's Head having a tie. We've had our 6th tie of the season. For crying out loud, 6. I've never in my life, and I've been part of cricket for, so I'm 47, 40 years. So in 40 years of cricket, never in my life have I seen 6 ties in one competition. White Knights and Mandurah playing off in the first semi. Tied on 128 apiece at Paul Garnett Reserve. We had Matt Vinkovic with 43 for White Knights, Dunbar with 30, Ryan Kenny with 26 not. With the ball for Mandurah, we had Eric Cocking with 3, We had Mick Moore with 2 as the main wicket takers there. So White Knights Baldives 8 for 128. Probably thinking, not probably enough. Well, it was, because Mandurah were 9 for 128 at the end of their allotment of 40 overs. O'Day, Graham O'Day with 35. Cocking with 23 not. Steve Strige with 22. One of them just had to kick one, do something. Ramsey with 3 for 19. Meredith Fraser with 3 for 22. Hunt with 2 for 29. And I believe that White Knights go through to the grand final. Well, I did go through to the grand final on the back of losing only 8 wickets, whereas Mandurah lost 9. That's what I believe. Or maybe they were top, I don't know, but it's one of those. I don't know what the rules are or the bylaws of the PCA are, but I'd be going on the fact that they lost less wickets, so they get through on that. Anyway, White Knights are through to the grand final, and we know that... wrong grade. And Mandurah are through to the prelim, and they'll be taking on, that club, Shoalwater Bay. They beat Halls Head by 21 runs. Shoalwater Bay all out for 111, so low scoring game there. Larson with 32, Langley with 35. Roberts with 2 wickets there. Jeffrey with 2. Lee, Brendan Lee. He got 3 for 25. So all that 1-1-1. Shoalwater thinking, geez, probably not enough. Well, 21 enough. King, 27, not the only one really to get a score there in a score of 90 all out. Chitty with 3, Henry with 2, Langley with 2, and then 1s to the other bowlers. So well done to Shoalwater Bay. They go through to the preliminary final this weekend at Meadow Springs on the synthetic out there. Mandurah versus Shoalwater Bay. That will be a ripper as well, no doubt. Mandurah on their home deck, but can't have a crowd, so it's probably not that much of an advantage. Look, who knows? Mandurah might be stinging because they might have thought they could have got through. I don't know. That's probably going to be another belter of a game. Got nothing like footy. I think the preliminary finals are normally the better games, aren't they? Because that's it. That's it. Like you've got to win that to get through, and then the grand final it's a 50-50, but the prelim's always a tough one, so that promises to be yet another one. And in F grade, we had White Knights Baldivis, who were the minor premiers, but they were knocked off by Hillman, who, as I mentioned last week, I think they've just been in cruise mode. And they just cruised it through. So that game there, Hillman won a toss batted first, 5 for 189. 5 for 189, of which Mark Stewart got 100. So he's up to 575 runs for the season, as well as 23 poles. So he got 105 out of 189. Lowe got 34, Peachy 25. Not many wickets taken there in only 5. And in reply, White Knights are only able to get 166. Van Zyl with 45. And Edwards with 30, the main contributors there. And with the ball shared around, Walker, Butler, Stewart 2 each, McIntyre and Van der Kwast 1 apiece. So that basically means that Hillman, they are through to the grand final in 2 weeks' time, which will be played at Peelwood Reserve number 3. And they're waiting to see who they'll play, because they will play the winner of Warnbro v White Knights Baldivis, because Warnbro beat Halls Head. So Halls Head have had a bit of a rough trot in the other grades. So Warnbro 8 for 153. Defeated Halls Head 8 for 147. So just want to confirm. Yep, Halls Head batted first, 147. And so it's obviously a pretty tight game there. In 147 for Halls Head, we had Kissel with 39, Lyons with 24, the main contributors. And with the ball, Moore. So Scott Moore got 3 for 18, and Erskine with 2 for 16. And in reply for Warnbro, who were able to get there by 8 down, so just about got there, it was Terry Rowe with 69 of the 153. Bradford got 31, and with the ball it was, funny enough, Stuart Ball, who got 3 for 27, and Lyons 2 for 22. So Warnbro are through to the prelim final. So it's White Knights versus Warnbro at 80 Road Reserve this Saturday for the right to join Hillman in the F Grade Grand Final. So that pretty much wraps up the men's side of things. So just to highlight, prelim finals this week. Waroona versus Warnbro. An absolute stoinker that's going to be at Waroona Oval. In B grade, the prelim final will be Hillman versus North Baldivis. That was probably looking like a grand final earlier on in the season. That's another one. Lark Hill, that's going to be a belter, no doubt. C grade, we've got South Mandurah and Shoalwater Bay, our Falcon Reserve. That will be another good game. They're all going to be good games, aren't they? What am I saying? Warnbro White Knights at Curry Street on the hard wicket there. That's going to be a tough one. E grade. We have Mandurah Shoalwater at Meadow Springs on the synthetic there. And as I've just said, F grade, prelim final, White Knights, Warnbro at 80 Road Reserve. Good luck to everyone involved there. Commiserations to those knocked out. I guess you can reflect back on the season and now think, hey, what are we going to do different next year? Hopefully you're hungry and you want to come back and taste that final success. Speaking of final success, the grand final, the Beyond Bank Ladies T20 saw South Mandurah 7 for 150 defeat Halls Head 8 for 133. So Halls Head batted first, getting 133. And there we had Kim Nicholson with 14. We had, Philippa Warren with 15 main contributors, and Montana Kelly Wilson with 10. The main contributors with the bat there. With the ball for South Mandurah, Louise Cottrell got 2 for 5. Outstanding figures. And then there was a wicket for Truscott, Thompson, Hill, House, Cope and Hope. They were the wicket takers in taking 8 Halls Head wickets. And in reply, South Mandurah able to rattle up 7 for 150. Jack's Door with 15. We had Suli Christie with 12. We had our MP Lisa Mundy with 10. And skipper Jeannie Thompson, who would have held up the cup at the end, 12 not out. With the ball for Halls Head, we had Montana Kelly Wilson. She got 2 for 11. And then a wicket apiece for Ophel Warren, Plant, Renda Nicholson. They were the wicket takers for Halls Head, but it wasn't enough. And South Mandurah went through to win the Beyond Bank Ladies T20 Cup for season 21-22. Congratulations to the Falcons ladies there. Worthy winners, no doubt, getting through to the grand final. And well done to everyone involved for getting the season up and running and making sure it went and everything that happens there. Sunday's actually a busy day for a lot of the clubs. They've got the ladies in the morning, and then you've normally got 15s or 17s as well in the afternoon. There's a lot happening at a lot of cricket clubs all weekend, starting probably Friday nights with the under-10s and then going through. It's a big season, and everyone's probably just crawling to the end, and we've got 2 weeks to go. We've got this Saturday, and then we've got next Saturday. And then that's it. Season over. 21-22. That has been the second last wrap. No, I'm not going to do a wrap. Of the Peel Cricket Association. Fantastic cricket throughout the competition. I might be biased, but there are some serious players running around. And I've said it all season. There's some guys hiding in lower grades. If we can fix anything up, guys, push yourself up. I can't see how the enjoyment changes in any way. I just think it makes everything work a lot better. Anyway, that's just my opinion. This has been the Scores on the Doors, as I like to call it, and any of our English followers will know where that comes from. Scores on the Doors, Georgie Dawes. Write in, see if anyone knows where that comes from. This is the Pavilion, the Peel Cricket Show. It's all about Peel Cricket. Proudly supported by RETRAVISION, EVERLAST Sports Drinks, and ESA Sport. We'll be back to wrap up this baby after this. Well, here we are. We are at that final end, the wrap-up of the second last show of the Pavilion, the Peel Cricket Show. I know a lot of you are probably sad about that. You're going to miss this. You're going to miss this little interaction we have every week, hearing my crappy voice every weekend, or every week, but it gets you going, doesn't it? It's like part of the family. Now, it's like taking your arm off when you're not going to get this anymore. You're going to wonder, what do I do with myself on a Friday, arvo, or Saturday, or Sunday, whenever you listen to this? I know some of you boys on having your team breakfast on a Saturday morning. You might put this on in the background and just sort of laugh at some of the silly rubbish that I come up with. Hey, that's what it is. Look, good luck to everyone still involved this weekend. As I said, prelim final. I reckon this is the real final. This is the toughest game of the season. You get over this, and hey, you're a 50-50. Just because you're there, just because there's teams there waiting for you, doesn't mean that they're any better off. It just means you've had to play one extra game. That could be a good thing. Like I said, form, you're continuing your form. Batters are hitting more balls, and bowlers getting a bit more rhythm and all that sort of stuff. So it'll be interesting to see how it affects things moving forward. Speaking of moving forward, look, this has been the first year of the podcast, first year of commentating, obviously, of the T20 Cup, the RETRAVISION Premier T20 League. Look, any feedback's good feedback. So please just jump online, jump on the Peel Cricket Association Facebook page, get on a messenger, just drop a line. If we missed anything, is there stuff you'd like to see? Is there improvements that we can make here? Obviously, more interviews and all that sort of stuff, but it's not as hard. Sorry, it's not as easy as you think it is to line someone up to try to get them to come on the show and all that sort of stuff. Some can't wait to get on, and then others are a little bit sort of reluctant, and that's okay. That's fine. But that's one already. We'll do more interviews and all that sort of stuff. But in the format, any differences, any changes you want to see, please let us know. This is your show, and I think it's an important part of the season. It's a great way to communicate. It's a fantastic way to be flexible with the way we talk, and we can make improvements, no doubt. But I've enjoyed every last minute of this. This has been episode 22 of the Pavilion, the Peel Cricket Show. Proudly, very proudly supported, and we are proud to be in partnership with RETRAVISION. 60-day price guarantee. Know what they're talking about. Get yourself into RETRAVISION. They're all over the place. You can't miss them. EVERLAST sports drinks. Hopefully, clubs that got the EVERLAST into the fridges this year saw the benefits. Players that had it saw the benefits. So we're going to see that grow bigger and better. I dare say there's some more products coming out next season. So if you want to know what's going on with the EVERLAST, there's the phone number, 0456890888. That's Johnny Sanders, ESA Sport. Make every sporting moment memorable. Apparel. What's your kit looking like next season? Can Johnny help you out? Coaching. Appointed a coach for next season? Or do you want some private coaching in the winter? Obviously the EVERLAST and all the other stuff. Good luck to everyone this weekend. We look forward to next week's grand final preview and grand final show, I guess, of the Pavilion. My name's Orazio Santolucia. That is the longest name you know, and we'll be back next week for one more time.